Okay, well, after thinking about it a lot this past week, I've made my decision of which hull I'm going to use. That one is the one that I bought on the double white trailer that has the gouge down the hull. I stripped it completely. It has no electronics in it. Everything's gone. Took the R&D grate off of it. Took the nose plate off the front, which is right there. And I've decided I'm going to give that to my buddy. It's got a little gouge in the bottom, but he can fix that with some gel coat. His son ran his identical model into another ski and put a hole in the bottom of it, so he's got everything for the inside to put it back together, and he's got, you know, I'm just going to give it to him, so he needs another ski. So this one is back in here. This one is actually I've had for almost 2 months. It's been sitting out here. It has an engine that is absolutely shot. It actually blew the PTO rod and ruined it, so it's gone. But this hull is the cleanest. But the electronics, I'm going to take those out because I'm not sure the condition of them. I'll inspect them and just double. I know that the other electronics work perfectly. So with that being said, I'm going to start stripping this one down and to get rid of all the extra stuff that's still good, and then put the rebuilt 780 when I get it all rebuilt into here, and then this will be my ski for next year. I took off the end plates from the other one and the nose plates. Now the nose plates, I'm going to do a little switcheroo. You see that one out there? That one is my 700, and it's got a perfect purple one on the front, so I'm just going to do a swap out. Put this one on that one that I'm selling because this one has a little ding on it, and figure, you know what, I got all this stuff, better make the best of it. So anyway, where was I? Alright, so I'm going to start tearing this one down and getting it ready. I'm going to completely gut it, everything, clean the interior of it, get rid of all that HydroTurf or the old stuff, order a new HydroTurf. It's got the hump seat, so I'm going to order from HydroTurf their new seat cover so I can put it on there and basically give it a good polish. I'm probably going to remove the stickers here and then repaint this black so that way it looks nice. Yeah, and then I've got, I've got bunches of these all over the place. I've got bunches of handles, so I think I'm set. I just got to start taking this thing apart so I can clean it. Okay, well, after an hour and a half of stripping everything down, I'm about ready to pull the engine out of this one. Boy, I'm glad I decided not to use anything out of here except for the hull itself. This apparently is a saltwater ski. You can look at, now I'm guessing at this, guys. I've never dealt with saltwater stuff because I don't live near the coast, but if you look at all this stuff, I mean, look how it's just flaking off. I mean, I can sit here and just rub off the paint, and it's got this chalky residue, all over it. Same thing with the exhaust. I know I think this is like an electrolysis, but I do believe that that's corrosion from salt water. So, and you can see the starter down there is just in nasty, nasty shape. So the CDI had water in it, corroded everything, rusted really, really bad. I know the CDI is good, but it's the case. So I'll probably end up having to strip the case down and just get rid of the CDI separately. So the only thing good out of this ski is the hull, which it's in very good shape, but everything else is in it's awful. I mean, the stuff is not worth, it's all worth scrap. That's basically what it is. Those jugs may be, okay and salvageable, but I completely doubt it. So I'm going to back this up to my little screw in the ceiling, hook up my little come along and pull this motor out, get it ready for some scrubbing. Alrighty, the engine's out. It's garbage. I'm just going to throw the whole damn thing away. It has so much corrosion and filth on it. I'd be willing to bet you this is a saltwater jet ski. So I went through and tested everything once I got it out. By the way, look how nasty. It's almost impossible to get one of these engines out of here without spilling fluids. But that's what they make degreaser for. So tomorrow I'll go up to AutoZone and get me some of that earth-friendly degreaser that works pretty darn good. I've used it on a lot of my jet skis. Just soak it down in there, let it sit, and then spray it out. That's all you do. I've stripped all the electronics out of here, and it was in awful shape. Look at the inside of that. It's just gross. I guess it could be cleaned up, but I took all the pieces parts and coiled them up nice and neat, so if I need to sell them or use them or something like that, I can. But that way I can put the whole entire, you see that's the electrical system out of the donor jet ski that is now sitting outside. So that will end up going in here eventually once I get it all cleaned up. But the bilge pump works perfectly. I tested it, and the trim pump works great. So what I did is I pulled it all the way out back to the CDI, so that way all I have to do is just put it back in there. Pretty simple. I'm tired. I'm gonna go inside. I'm done for the day. It's about dark. I got all day to work on it tomorrow and Sunday, so I can get it further stripped down. Hopefully I'll be able to get the gas tank out of here. I got to drain the fuel out of this thing first, get the gas tank out, get out the fuel sender. That way I can get in here and actually spray it out really, really good tomorrow. And then I can go ahead and order all my parts to rebuild the this Fuji motor, which I'm going to order a lower end, a full gasket set, basically do all the gaskets on the bottom side, and then do a top end on it also. So that way it's 100% rebuilt and I don't have to worry about it. So I guess that's it for right now. Oh, I've got to put the R&D grade on this one, which won't be too hard whatsoever. I've got to figure out what sealant to use on the ride plates. I don't know. I've never really taken it apart, so it's got some type of goopy stuff on it, so I'll figure it out. Oh, also, I'm going to change out the, looks like a candy cane rear handle, which I've got several up there. So I've got all the parts, I just got to make it all happen, and then of course change out the HydroTurf, paint the front, and put the rest of the little pieces on there. So I guess I'll work on that tomorrow. It got really cold this afternoon. The cold front came through and it's just no fun. So anyway, that's the update for now. Alright, well it's Sunday and I've been kind of hard at it getting this thing stripped down completely so that way I can spray some degreaser in here and clean it all out. As you remember, I said that on the manifolds and exhaust, it sure looks like that this is a saltwater ski. Well, it seems even more evident in the motor mounts. They look to be rusted pretty bad, and if these things are not stainless and I'm going to have a problem with this, I'm going to have to junk this hull and go with the other one and just fix the gel coat. But it's kind of frustrating. I snapped one of the bolts off in the hull and I've got it sitting in penetrating lube, so hopefully I can run a backer outer down in there and pull it out. But if you look at that one right there too, you can see there's a bunch of gunk in there. So if anybody knows if these things are stainless steel in there or not, the nuts that are actually formed into the motor mount areas, because there's a significant amount of rust around the bolts and this one snapped off. So hopefully I'm gonna get lucky and be able to get it out. But I've been draining the gas and getting rid of all the stuff so I can get the gas tank out so I can clean this hull. And I thought, I might as well pull those motor mounts off, and look what I found. Oh man, I'm kind of pissed off now. But anyway, I'll clean it up and see what it looks like. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go back and use the other hull after all. This one, apparently being a saltwater, it's taking its toll on the engine mounts, because I've tried all kinds of easy outs to get that guy out right there, and it's snapped off an easy out, and that's made of cobalt steel, and I can't re-drill that. So I really don't know what to do other than this is going to the junk pile. I'll actually rebuild the other one, and I'll actually have to take some gel coat to the bottom of it to fix the gouges and stuff that are in it. It's kind of unfortunate, just from one stupid bolt hole. Anybody knows how to get a bolt hole fixed in these holes, because they're actually the nuts are actually molded into the hole. Man, frustrating. Well, after sulking for a couple hours and kind of wondering where I was in this whole project after finding out that motor mount bolt that had broken off, or actually I broke it off myself, but I couldn't get it out, I'm kind of thinking, well then, do I just want to use this hull? Do I want to use the other one and just redo the bottom? I posted on Greenhulk, greenhulk.net, and two guys says, hey, why don't you dig out the old bung and epoxy in a new one? And someone else chimed in and said, hey, I'll cut one out of a scrap hole and send it to you. And that's pretty cool. That's the reason why I like those little forums, is that everybody's kind of a little community and help everybody out. So, needless to say, I think I'm back on track. I've got a couple little bungs coming from different guys, and I'll attempt to cut that out in the next few days. I'm going to take a Dremel tool, and I'm going to drill little holes all the way around this old bung, and then pull it out, and then I'm going to epoxy it in. So, I thought about doing that, but I just didn't know if that was 100% kosher. Apparently it is, so I'm happy now. I'm not going to mess with taking those off in the front. I'm going to leave them as is, put these back in, and call it a day. Oh, I also found that the Speedo pivot tube down there was broken off, so I robbed it off the other junk ski. So I guess what I'll do over the next couple of days when it warms up a little bit. Yeah, by the way, it's going to be like 23 tonight here in Dallas. It's pretty darn cold. I went out and put a lamp inside my boat, even though it's winterized, just to kind of keep the engine warm. So that way it doesn't get too darn cold. I know that's a bit anal, but oh well. So anyway, that's it for now. I guess until next weekend, it's Sunday night. And I got a busy week at work, so I don't know if I'll be able to work on it at all. Plus, it's going to be kind of really cold and nasty this week anyway. So anyway, that's it from here.